and it's literally just a file full of binary zeros. It doesn't serve a lot of purpose from an archival perspective, but it can take up a lot of storage space. As an example, I imaged an external hard drive from a donor, and it only contained 10 gigabytes of files, but 490 gigabytes of file slack. And before anybody asks the question of why I did that, the answer is I shouldn't have done that. The benefit of an image is that it's compact, it's a single file, it's intact, you can't alter the data in the image, you can export out derivative copies of individual files within it if you have the right software, and it's complete, so you don't accidentally miss anything. The drawbacks are that it may capture things we don't want, as I mentioned, and it requires specialized software and expertise to use. On the other hand, if your disk is readable by your current operating system, you could simply transfer the files across a write-block connection. The files will sort of be more fragile this way because you could accidentally change things, like the date last modified, for example. However, when transferring, you can be selective and you can eliminate the barrier of having to interpret the image. I should note that there's a possibility of creating what's called a logical image that combines the best of both. You select what you want, and then an image is created of just that. However, there's really only one proprietary software that can create and read these files, so the use of them is sort of controversial. At its most basic level, the ability to read a disk is dependent on its file system. So the file system determines how the data on the disk is organized. It's technical, it's not important to fully understand this, other than to know that Windows operating systems use FAT, or File Allocation Tables, in 16 or 32-bit, or NTFS, which